and be mine.
Welcome back, guys, my good old ghouls and skellies. So it's been a minute since I posted my last D&D thing. Recently my party just finished the Eve of Ruin campaign book, and in one of my other videos I released there was only 3 of them and they needed a healer, so I made a NPC called Zipla, which was a blink dog like priestess type of thing with like Fey background, like a little bit of a Fey backstory there, which I'll have a link to that as well near the end of the video if you're interested. But there was some other homebrew like items and abilities that I added later into the campaign for my players, and I'm finally getting around to just like releasing them out to you guys for free use. Like, I do have a Patreon that I'm going to be posting them on for you to be able to go and like download and print for free, completely free. If you do like to support it, that'd be awesome. But even honestly, just hitting the download button and like showing your support just by saying, "Hey, this is cool," that's enough payment for me, honestly. But let's go ahead and get into what I got going on here. The Borthak Lycanthropy Blessing. So, kind of going on along with the Fae backstory. Well, one of the players tried to like calm down. There's a fight where you have to fight a Borthak later in the mid section of the campaign, and basically one of the party members were trying to calm it down because they didn't really want to kill it. And I mixed a little bit of backstory with the Zipla along with that character trying to calm the wolf down, and then within sparing the wolf and being able to like stop its aggression before it causes any real damage and still succeeding in their task. I read this to the party, one of the player basically later in the campaign when they were like resting. In the glowing light, you see a beautiful woman with large, colorful wings. The woman smiles and says, "Looks like you made a new friend. A spirit of a wolf-like creature mixes with your soul." So basically the Fae goddess of like Zipla basically mixed the Borthak soul with this player's soul, giving them a blessing type of lycanthropy. But anyway, you can flavor that any way you want of how your players get it or whatever. I just wanted to add that little cool thing there. And if you want me to go more in detail on that, let me know. I have all these kind of notes of stuff laying around. But let's go ahead and get into what you can do with this lycanthropy form. As a bonus action, you can switch between your original form, which is like your default form, and your hybrid form. In hybrid form, all your armor, weapons, and other items worn or carried are magically stored within you. So you won't lose any of your gear, but you also don't have access to it in hybrid form. So in hybrid form, you gain the following traits. You gain a +1 to your AC, which your normal AC is 10 plus your dex, but you get an additional 1 on top of that. Plus, if you have unarmored defense or whatever, you get that as well. If your strength score is less than 20, which it either should be 20 or less, but there's other magical things that can make you stronger, it's set to 20. So basically your strength score gets set to 20 in hybrid form. You gain a bite and claw attack, which you are proficient in. The bite does a d8 plus your mod, and then the claw does 2d4 plus mod. You can't cast or concentrate on spells while in hybrid form, but you do gain +10 to your max speed. Kind of a balancing thing there, because you just get, in hybrid form, you get really aggressive, and plus the player in question was a sorcerer, so I needed to balance it a little bit, or you just stay in hybrid form, honestly. And you also gain, so these are abilities that the Borthak has that I kind of changed just a tad to give to the player. You can use each of the following once per long rest in hybrid form. The Glacial Aura. Each creature within 5 feet of you must pass a DC 16 dex save or fall prone when activated, or when moving within 5 feet of you until the start of your next turn. So basically, when you activate it, if they come charging at you, or if you're next to them already, they make that save, and if they fail, they get knocked prone. Noxious Spit. One target you can see within 60 feet of you must pass a DC 21 con save or take 7d6 acid damage. The acid damage is halved on a successful save. So basically those are actions as well. They're abilities. They can make it easier for you to hit your target, or basically it's more of a, well, one's more of a range attack, the other one's more of like a defensive thing. So yeah, that is basically like, you're still, the Borthak is more of a wolf, so you, yeah, it's like a werewolf, but it's like kind of like a little bit of a stronger version of it, I would say. And basically, yeah, you still will camp through your rolls. If you get knocked to 0, you transform back and whatever. But yeah, that's the Borthak. Now let's get on to like some other, like a couple magic items that I added to the campaign as well. So for a couple magic items that I gave my players that are like aren't official, they are homebrew. So you can, I mean, obviously you can change them any way you want. I just kind of wanted to share. One of my party members was a artificer, and he still liked to do a lot of damage and stuff, but he was playing more of a support role. So I thought, and that sword is art is from Magic, by the way, but Thought Slash. It's for intelligence casters that like to still be able to swing a weapon around. It's a +1 short sword. When attuned, you gain the ability to cast Mordecai's sword once per long rest, using your int mod for your spell attacks. So if you basically, it's really only good for intelligence casters, but like wizards could use this too if they're proficient in swords. But you basically get to add your you use your int mod for your spell attacks, or well, for the spell attack basically. When attuned, you can also cast True Strike, which is a cantrip. But when you're under the influence of True Strike and you hit with Thought Slash, you get to add your intelligence modifier to the damage dealt. So it's just, True Strike is usually kind of bad because you're wasting a turn to gain advantage on the next hit, but this kind of gives you that like extra damage. Like if your intelligence mod is +5, that's a guaranteed +5 damage if you hit with True Strike using Thought Slash. So it's a more of a beneficial to actually cast it. And then the Fey Bubble. This is a very simple item that the party got a hold of. It's a simple magic bubble that can be popped as a bonus action, destroying the bubble and healing 10 hit points on self. So it's kind of like a potion, but it's more of a set amount of HP instead of rolling. Like maybe you would roll really bad or roll insanely good. This one's more just set, like on the go, quick bonus action, pop it in your hand, and then like a magical energy comes around you, you heal 10 hit points. Simple and effective. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be posting these to my Patreon. You always for you to be able to print off, and I'll also have a link to the Zipla stat block and video on here too. I really do love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I want to be making more videos where I'm talking to you guys because honestly, I feel like I've come along. I used to like stutter all the time and everything, and it's cool to be able to just like naturally talk to you guys, which is really cool. I love you guys so much. There will be more cool stuff coming, more voice acting stuff, more Fear and Hunger stuff, D&D stuff, all that kind of stuff is still coming. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Stay safe, my zombos.